Hello, my name's Timothy Earle, and I'm a family coach with Earle Consulting. And today I'm also representing Jackrabbit Journey Parenting from Within, which offers parent support and parent workshops. Earle Consulting offers family coaching. I'd like to talk to you about patterning today, or patterns. Often when people hear that word, they think, oh yeah, my child is in a pattern. Well, I want to help you put a mirror up to yourself and help you recognize that it takes two to typically be in a pattern. You, when you're in a pattern, can do it all alone, but it's never the other person who is in the pattern all by themselves if you're in the room. Get it? Basically, your patterns are yours, your child's pattern are theirs, and they're not to blame for your pattern, and you're not to blame for theirs. We have healthy patterns and we have negative patterns, or constructive patterns and deconstructive patterns. So typically it's the deconstructive patterns that we're working on in the parent workshops or in the family coaching practice. But a healthy pattern would be one where you get up in the morning, you floss your teeth, you brush your teeth, you drink your black tea, and then you go and sit on your meditation pillow for 20 minutes and clear your mind and then begin your day. And you do that every day. Great healthy pattern, it's become an automatic. A negative pattern would be, for example, one where you wait to the very last minute to wake up and you're throwing your dirty clothes on from yesterday, you're unshaven, and you run out to work. People will notice, it will affect the outcome of whatever it is that you're doing. If I can give you a metaphor, the metaphor would be that it's like those vinyl records. Remember those old black things, look like big pieces of licorice that were hard, and you'd put them down on a turntable, and then you'd put a diamond tipped needle into them. And they would typically, if they were new and in good shape, they would run from one end all the way to the other. A pattern is where they get stuck in a groove and you can hear it going, did it, did it, did it. It's playing the same little thing over and over. It's not constructive, and it's an unhealthy pattern. And so what we're looking for is how to remove the needle from that groove and move it to a different place where you can develop a healthy pattern, one that actually gets you closer to the outcome that you perceive you want or that you know you want. An example, if I give you a hard, concrete example, I was at a festival this summer with my daughter who's 14 years old, and there were a lot of people. There were substances, there was great music, food vendors, clothing vendors, we were camping nearby. And my pattern, or my first reaction, was I need to control where she is at all times. I need to know exactly what she's doing. And I was treating her like a little girl. And at one point she said, Dad, I got it. I can be trusted. And I had to stop. And I had all these emotions come up. And I became very vulnerable and shared with her that I was worried about her, that I was concerned that she might run into a bad boy or make a bad decision and have a consequence that neither one of us would want her to live with the rest of her life. Maybe someone would give her some substances. I went through the whole drug talk of don't drink anything from somebody you don't know, and blah, 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 blah. And she stopped me and she said, Dad, I've heard it all. I said, well, can I share with you what I need if you're going to have more independence at the festival? She said, yeah, okay. And I let her know as long as she stayed with her two friends, and they checked in with me periodically, and I let her come up with the time. And then I said, what else do you think we need in order for this to be safe and for me to be able to relax and not be following you around and checking on you, which would mean I was still in my pattern. And she shared a few more details that I could trust her to stay within even the concert area, that she had no need to go outside of that. That if I weren't at the place where we agreed to meet when we were going to meet, she'd come and find me and go out of her way to make sure that I was, comfortable. And I realized, wow, my daughter is growing up. She's a young lady. And I also, through that whole process, realized I don't need to bring so much control to the situation. She's actually thinking this through on her own, and I was proud of her. And I was able to recognize my pattern. It was the vulnerability choice that broke my pattern and allowed her and I to collaborate to find a way that we can both enjoy the festival. So I hope you're able to think about this in a lot of different ways. It's not always being vulnerable as the key to breaking a pattern. Sometimes it might be literally just saying, you know what, I'm really angry and I need to not talk about this right now. Can we talk about it in an hour? and walking away and then coming back. And what broke the pattern there was a little bit of vulnerability because you acknowledged you were angry, but mostly it was just taking a pause. So in my work with people and in the Jackrabbit Journey's work with parents, we go over lots of different ways to change patterns and help us get more of a result that we want as opposed to the results that aren't working for us. Thank you for listening today. I hope all of this was really helpful. You can find more information about family coaching at earle-consulting.com or about our parent support and parent workshops at jackrabbitjourney.com. Goodbye.